Hey guys, so it's been about a week since my last video, and the reason for that is because I've been on the road between Houston and Seattle, Washington. I'm down in the parking garage at almost midnight because my wife and kids are up in the hotel room sleeping and I can't have privacy to talk to myself in the dark. So in my last video, I was making multiple quarter-mile passes at Houston Raceway Park in Baytown. Left the track at 2 a.m. and the next morning I was packing for this epic cross-country road trip in the same car. So day one was just to get through Texas. If you've ever been through Texas, you know that it's big. It takes a long time to get from one end to the other. We stopped to charge in Waco, Texas and Henrietta, Texas, and got to our hotel in Vernon, Texas around 11 p.m. On day two, we crossed the Texas Panhandle and spent the night in Albuquerque, New Mexico. On the way, we stopped in Amarillo, Texas for about an hour and checked out the Cadillac Ranch for the first time. I didn't realize it was literally 10 Cadillacs half buried in the ground that anybody can walk up to and spray paint or do whatever to. It was pretty cool. The kids enjoyed it. So we were at the Amarillo Superchargers, and we were just gonna drive right by and keep on going because the range in this car is so good. From our last stop in Childress, Texas, we have enough to get all the way to New Mexico without stopping. From Childress, Texas, we only had to stop once on the way to Albuquerque, compared to 3 times in the Model 3 Performance we had taken previously this way. In Albuquerque, it's all downhill for like a few miles. Thank you, this person gets it. Oh, but like 99. Let's keep trying. We stayed at the Sheraton Uptown in East Albuquerque, which offers Tesla charging right outside the lobby. So you wake up to a fully charged car, ready to go. Day 3 was probably the most interesting day of our trip. So about an hour south of the Colorado border, we took a little detour west through about 55 miles of Badlands.
Horses right in front of our car.
There's horses in the road.
Yeah,
6 horsepower in front of us.
One of the black ones is a baby.
There they go. Just gonna crawl down this hill.
It's pretty.
Get a bit flatter.
So everyone who says the 21s aren't practical in Houston, we drove this car out here on 21s. It was about 2 hours of driving slowly on gravel and dirt roads with no services, no cell reception, no one for miles. It was very isolating. I've been to many places around the world, and this was probably the most isolated and quietest place I've ever been. It was quite an experience, and in a car that was clearly not designed for it, but we somehow made it through. Leaving New Mexico, entering Colorado. Yay! After getting through the Badlands, we stopped in Farmington, New Mexico, south of the Colorado border to top off, and then proceeded through the Colorado mountains.
Wow, that 18-wheeler's like way down there now.
I can't look.
Yeah, don't look. It's
Oh,
like way
road
down
narrows.
there.
It's gonna get worse. It's about to get worse. The road's gonna get narrower. Whoa. Yep. Just gonna act like we're driving on the highway, like normal. There's not a 10,000-foot drop. Just feet away.
Wonder if any cars have ever smuggled
I'm
them.
sure someone has. I'm sure we can look it up and we'll find all the stories.
Oh, it's like right through the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet most of the stories will be like in this area.
I'm not paying attention to that. I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the yellow center line.
You gotta not be distracted by anything.
Nope. You guys better not distract me by throwing things at me. First guardrail in a while.
Yeah, you better slow down.
Yeah, I am.
Daddy, if you look on the map, you'll see how wiggly it gets.
I'm not looking at the map right now. I'm looking at the road.
Daddy has to look at the road so we don't crash and die. Right, Daddy?
That's right. Hands on the yoke, eyes on the road. If anyone's wondering, the steering yoke in this car was great in the mountains. I had full confidence while driving, and did not miss having a wheel, even while being, feet away from a 10,000-foot drop.
It's Utah! Yep, the sign there says, "Welcome to Utah."
Oh, it shows the Arches Park on.
That's where we're going.
We got a few miles to go before we see the first big arch, I think.
So after getting into Utah, we took a little detour south to Moab, where we plugged into a supercharger, topped off the car, and then went back north to Arches National Park. Spent about 2 hours there looking at some pretty incredible rock formations. We didn't have time to see everything. We'll go back. It was worth it.
So this is going to trigger some people on YouTube. I'm taking my brand new Model S three-way car wash. It's touchless at least. Oh my god, I'm not hand washing my Tesla. I'm a horrible person. This is a V3, so it doesn't matter if we space out.
Okay, so, but they really
There's a
good.
bunch of cars here. Alright. Let's take this one. Alright, we got to cross the border to Idaho. There it is.
No, in Idaho.
There's the sign. There is no sign. Okay, we're just in Idaho now.
The Twin Falls Supercharger is right by this bridge, so you can plug in your car and walk 100 feet to take in this incredible view, or fly your drone like I did here. It was pretty awesome.
Across this bridge, we'll be in Oregon. That's it. There's the border.
After spending a night in Ontario, Oregon, we drove north and crossed the bridge into Washington State at long last.
We made it, guys. We're in Washington.
Our final charging stop was in Yakima, Washington, and from there we made it straight into Seattle. So this was our longest family road trip ever, about over 2,000 miles, over 6 days. And I can say without a doubt, this is the best car we've ever done a road trip in. Compared to previous Teslas, this car has longer range and new comfort features that just make the drive so much nicer. As far as fuel cost goes, I think this entire trip cost us just over $100 in electricity. Here I am at Medlock & Sons, a very well-regarded independent Tesla service center just south of Seattle, looking over the paint to see what 2,000 miles of driving does to a brand new car. And here we have a key mark from some sad person in Utah who I guess saw a brand new car and couldn't help themselves. I'm not losing any sleep, it'll buff out. Unlike every new Tesla owner out there, I did not put paint protection film or ceramic coating on the front of this car. Tesla's paint is notoriously soft, which is why those things are highly recommended. You can see here the result, and it's really not that bad. I think a clay bar will take out most of that dust and bug guts. Just a couple of nicks on the side of the hood right there, and on the leading edge, but nothing I'm losing sleep over. This is also after washing the car. It cleaned up really nicely. I think while in Idaho, we got behind a manure truck on the highway, and the sides of the car just got covered in manure. It was just dripping off the back of the truck. So it literally smelled like crap as I was washing it. But as I said, it cleaned up well. Looks great, and it's in good company being surrounded by roadsters. Couldn't be in a better place. It's definitely in better shape than this guy over here. I think he had PPF. So that is the end of this trip. I have more exciting videos coming soon. So if you like this one, you know what to do. Thanks for watching.